What's up, y'all? Welcome to another new episode of New Life Furniture. Thank you once again for tuning in and watching the channel. Appreciate your subscription and your views. So we went out and got another one. This one, very rustic, very old, antique already looking, cool base on it. So I'm excited and pumped to be working on this one. Now, from our previous videos, we were starting to do like a beach driftwood theme. I think we're gonna stick with that again. It was very successful. Those tables are selling quick, great feedback. So we're gonna do that again with this one. We're gonna grab the propane, use the fire. We're gonna go ahead, grab our orbital sander, detail sander, and our belt sander to hit the top up. We've already got the paint, so let's go ahead, get our tools, and get to work. Ooh-wee! Okay, so we got all our tools ready to go. The sun is out, I love it. So what we'll do is, I'm not gonna sand it first. What we're gonna do, smarter way to go, is distress it first. So let's grab some of the tools, distress the top, then we'll take the top off, distress the bottom, sand everything down, and then we'll hit it with our propane torch and go from there. Let the montage start. So we got two broken dowels on this table, not a big deal. It slides under and the dowels stick on the other side from making it slide back. Just an old school way, no big deal. We're gonna take our drill, pilot drill out the hole, take another bigger drill bit, drill it out, make sure the wood dowel pin fits in. We'll probably cut this in half and only drill deep enough to where half of it is good enough, and then glue those in for overnight and let those dry. Okay, and with these older style tables, kind of the antiques, sometimes they'll have really old school methods in stabilizing it. So what I like to do on these is add extra glue or throw a wood screw or anything in certain areas that you want to make sure has lots of strength. So right here, these old flathead type screws kind of can come loose. So what I'm gonna do is just make a pilot hole right in the middle there and then throw at least one of these screws in there with some glue in there just to sturdy it up. Don't want to put like 4 or 5 more because then it's just going to look ugly. But one right in the middle with these holding it should be sturdy enough to make me comfortable. So let's take the drill and go ahead. Okay, so I removed the top from the base. We got the base totally sanded, ready to go. Perfect. Sometimes it's easier to take the top off. That's what we're gonna do here. So I got our 50 grit belt sandpaper. We'll put it on our belt sander. Now we're gonna take the belt sander, do a couple of lines against the grain. That'll make big marks, big line marks on the wood. And then we're gonna finish it off going with the grain and get ready for our flames. So let's go ahead and do it now. Okay, so we just finished the sanding of the top, the bottom's all together and done, ready for our flames, the coolest part. So check this out. We got our flame, we got our propane and our flame torch ready to go. Now, as I said, we're doing a beechwood, so it's kind of like a piece of driftwood or a piece of wood that you would find that's on the beach. So maybe somebody was using it for a fire pit and it went into the ocean and just got washed around. So what I definitely like doing is distressing first, smashing in that color of the original gel coat and the paint and everything it has in those holes, sanding it all, getting it ready, exposing the wood, and then hitting it with the flame. When I hit the flame, we're gonna do like how I've been doing for the last two tables, coming over one side, a little bit thicker and bigger on the bottom, and then coming down the other side. I don't wanna just do one side and 1/4 because I think it looks weird in a room. You kinda wanna make it up and over or a little bit different ways. But try what you want. Maybe it'd be cool the way you like. Either way, have fun. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so the situation, I just ran out of propane. So I'm in my car grabbing a new tank and running back to see if we can finish this off tonight. I only got about 30 minutes left of sunlight, so I'd love to get this flaming done. And while the table's hot, once you flame it, while the table is hot, you want to spray the paint because that's what's going to react with the paint and it makes it kind of blister and crackle. And that is a major effect that we want to have for our table. So let's rush back, hit that table up while it's still hot and get the paint on it before it gets too dark, and we'll be done, ready for clear coat. Ooh wee! flames are done. Table is still hot to touch. That's what we want. We got our regular white spray paint, gloss white. Come on, get that. There we go, gloss white. So about 2 coats, light on the base, and then we'll do the top after. But 2 coats, let's do number 1. Okay, first coat on the top as well, on the sides, and then back and forth across. Light and easy, let's go. See, while it's hot, it does that. You see how that absorbed and it shows the black and doesn't stay on? That's because it's hot. See how it does it? Beautiful. See, that's how that first coat goes. Nice, light, even, like you barely even see it. As you see, it just gets into the crevices a little bit. So, like I said, we want to hit this with the second coat. Nice, light, easy ways. Oh, focus, there you go. And then we're going to take and hit a little bit of the accent spots with white, a little heavier, just a little bit in the grooves, because those ones, you want to make sure there's a little bit of white, but most of that, come on phone, there you go. Well, most of it's showing through. So far, it's looking pretty good. Again, the sun is setting, so we only got about another 15 minutes before it's total dark out, and we can't see this at all. But see, we got the flames coming up, creeping. I try to go across on an angle, but maybe I do like little triangle spots or little rectangles, whatever you think. Little openings that stay, and I hit that with a little more white to get those. Okay, 2 coats finished just before the sun went down, so we're happy here. And check it out, y'all. Look at how this is coming out. I'm loving the detail. This is what I'm saying. When you get it while it's hot, all these blacks don't really absorb the paint, and that is key. That is how that beach look is. It's always like as if it was a piece of wood they used for fire and it was rumbling around and just kind of got worn out, and that is what we're getting right now. So this is a good looking table. And like I said, when you do the 2 coats on the top, you'll see that there's some spots that I like to leave that are open. This is where I come and I take the spray can and I do just a little kind of semi-third coat on these kind of areas, and maybe just like a little spurt in between. I don't just do a full third coat. I just kind of add it. And then down here, I do the same thing. I just kind of put a little bit there, a little bit along the line, maybe a little thicker in that groove. Do a spot here, maybe a little tip here, a little bit here, a little bit there. That's it. Don't do a third coat. Just add a little dense white spots here and there, and comes out looking pretty sharp. So that's done. Now basically we're gonna let it dry. Tomorrow we'll do the clear coat. Okay, so we are ready to go with our clear coat over our base. Everything's dry. It's been 24 hours. We're going to throw on our polyurethane gloss. Now, of course, this beach theme, usually you want to use a satin, a matte type finish, something that is very dull. But what I want to do is try a gloss and see how it looks and see what the customers feel like, if they like it or they hate it, because I want to use some of this up. And I had, when I put the satin finish on before on 2 coats, there was a gloss to it. And I really did like how that looked with this top. So we want to try that again. So let's go ahead, grab our brush, dip it in, throw a light coat on the bottom and the top.